Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk to you about what's new in Argos version 6.14. My name is Travis Powell. Let's go ahead and get started. Among the many changes coming to Argos in version 6.14, there are two major features that stand out above the rest. In this release, we're introducing client theming and additional advanced searching. In this video, I'll give you a first-hand look at these changes, how they work, and what they can do for you. Here we have the Argos client. You'll notice that even after upgrading, the client appears visually the same. While this release now offers a new theme selection that matches your Windows system settings, we thought it best not to alter the initial user experience by changing the theme just in case it was too disruptive to end users. So if you want to apply a new theme, you'll need to sign into the client and make the changes in the options menu. But before we change our theme, you may notice a few prominent visual changes on the main screen. One of the differences you may see right away are the bolder, thicker dividing lines between the folders and data blocks on the left-hand side. You may also notice a few other visual differences while in light mode. They're generally minor and less noticeable when compared to our dark mode theme. Let's go ahead and change the Argos theme now. The options menu is where you can change the theme of your Argos client. You'll notice the styled application checkbox has changed to a dropdown with some new options: no style, light, dark, and use system. As you might imagine, no style removes all styling from the application. Some users may need to select this option because it can correct visual glitches due to how Argos styling works on some older operating systems. But below style, we have light, which is what you've been using for years, and I mean literally years. Below that is dark, our new dark mode equivalent. And lastly, use system, which will match the user's Windows theme configuration. It's important to note that changing the theme only impacts my Argos client and my Windows machine. So each user of Argos can choose the theme that works best for them and their intended needs. I personally love dark mode, so I'll be using that for the rest of this video. Now that my theme is set, let me briefly show you around the application. As you navigate the client, you'll start to notice all the different areas where the dark theme visually changes the application. Even something as simple as the main screen of a data block. From the user action buttons to the description, all areas of this screen have been updated with the new dark theme. Dropdowns like the data connection and pop-up dialogues like adding a note. Everything looks new and impressive. And I know I keep saying this, but even inside the data block is themed. One of the first things you'll notice, though, is the design area of the data block. It's not themed. Leaving this area unthemed was intentional. We understand that users design data blocks specifically with their institution's color branding, and so due to this, we felt it necessary not to change any of the designer windows as it could cause disruptions during your design process. But you'll find that in other areas of the interface, like the form design properties, variables, and even the visual designer report query, they're all themed. And while I could keep going through the client, showing you the hundreds of different screens, now in dark mode, we're going to shift gears to another set of improvements we've added: additional advanced searching options. The two options we've added may not seem like much at first, but trust me, they're going to be extremely helpful to you. First off, let's talk about the max records. With this filter as a user configurable option now, you can search for a maximum of 10,000 objects across your entire Argos environment. Previously, the number of returned objects would be capped for each object type. Say, for instance, it would only retrieve 500 data blocks, 500 reports, and 500 schedules, even if you had more in the search results of 500 of each type. But now, you can search a total of 10,000 records for all objects, expanding the reach of your search. And one last thing to note: by increasing the number of total objects available and found inside of the search, we've also made some internal optimizations to dramatically increase the speed at which it searches. Now let's go on to the second advanced filter we added, which, in my opinion, is a real game changer. This second option is the Search SQL option. With this enabled, you'll be able to search for any text and any object containing SQL and any data block or any report. Since this object searches through SQL, let's start for searching something simple, like PITM. So it looks like I only have 7 data blocks using that string somewhere in a SQL object. I know, let's try something else. Let's try searching for something like an email address. So in the search window, I'm going to go ahead and type in my email address and try to find any SQL containing my email in a data block or a report. Okay, so that's interesting. I guess I don't have any data blocks with my email address in them, but that's okay because I've got something else I want to search for. Let's try to find this note that I left for myself. I hid it away somewhere deep in a comment in some list box somewhere. All right, so it looks like I do have this string in both a data block and a report. Let's go ahead and locate the data block and let's edit it to try to find my note. Now that I'm inside of the data block, which potentially could have between 50 and 100 different controls, how will I easily find the object that contains that note that I left for myself? Don't worry, we thought about that too. On the left-hand side, next to the Variables tab, you'll notice a new tab called Search. You can access the search menu by either pressing the Control F on your keyboard or by clicking on the tab itself. Now that I've found the new search function, let's try to find my note again. This is also an intelligent search field. As I type into the search box, it will automatically start to filter the results. So it does appear that my note is located somewhere inside of this multi-column list box on my dashboard. Let's try to open it. With a single click here, it will locate and highlight the object on my dashboard, just like this. This becomes very beneficial in the case where I find myself having to navigate multiple objects across multiple forms, because it will highlight and navigate directly to that object. Alternatively, I can double-click the search record and Argos will open the object properties to the multi-column list box. Now that I have the object highlighted and the properties displayed, let me edit the object and again search for my comment. And there it is, at the bottom of my SQL box, nested inside a comment, just where I left it. What's great about this SQL search on the Explorer and the new search inside of data blocks is how well they work together. The Explorer Advanced Search can quickly identify data blocks and reports containing tables, email addresses, or even other stored procedures, allowing me to locate and continue to search directly inside the data block. And after you identify which data block it's in, you can quickly find all SQL objects containing the searched value. Now, before I finish my review of this feature, one really neat part about the new search inside of data blocks is that you can actually search for specific text in the properties of any object as well. Let's see what happens when I search for the font Segoe UI. Amazing, right? With this enhanced searching capabilities, now you can look through SQL, comments, properties, and almost every single data point that exists in an Argos data block like you've never been able to before. That wraps up the 2 major updates available to you in the new version of Argos. We hope you take the opportunity to upgrade soon and start using the new themes and search functionality. We can't wait to hear back from you about your experiences. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at travis.powell@evisions.com. Thanks for watching.